Hello. Today, I would like to come back to a question I've got in a course, and I want to speak about it because I think the question and the answer that came to me is quite worthwhile to share with you. The question is, how do you see, or how do you think biodynamic craniosacral therapy will develop in the future? Where will it be in the next 20 or 30 years? So in the moment I got that question, my mind went blank, and that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes then your intuition comes through, and luckily that was the case in that situation. So first, to get tuned in, I answered the question for the past, summarizing what we achieved. So the past 20 or 30 years, we try to evaluate and fix what we do in the practices, how we treat. And what's the basis of it, that not only the scientific basis, but also the phenomenologic basis, the way we perceive, the way we guide or do service to a client, the way we listen to a body, and to bring this in a kind of method identification. And we also try to see, or to evaluate and fix how we teach this. The associations all around the world, and especially in Europe, did a very good job in trying to set up guidelines for teaching of biodynamic craniosacral therapy, also in the US. So we are at a stage where we can say, this is biodynamic craniosacral therapy, and this is the way how we teach it. And in the last years, it became clear that we also need more explanation and also identification with a spiritual level. How to explain that we tune into primary respiration, and to see primary respiration as something divine, or something that is connected to a universal creational force that is able to heal. So it was that spiritual aspect of biodynamic craniosacral therapy that we brought attention to, and that we integrated in our teachings and in the way we spoke to the client. And now I think we have to see that that we take part in that transformation of the society, from a society of separation to a society of connection, of a lovable, compassionate connection to other people. So the transformation from a society that goes for careers and money to a society that goes for being a team, being connected in a compassionate way, and to create something together, to overcome the problems we have on that planet as a community, as a human being community. Get away from our patterns and morality to a community and global way of thinking, that we as human beings have to get into this ventral vagus mode, being connected to each other, being connected to a creational force, and to move ahead on the way to unification. There are a lot of other new age therapies or methods that describe the spiritual path. But I think in biodynamic craniosacral we have this aspect of hands-on therapy with the client and working with the client one-to-one to overcome pain and patterns on top of the movement into a more spiritual and compassionate mode. So I think we are the ones that work hand to hand, direct connection to direct connection, or direct connection hand to hand, and the connection to the cosmos. We are down to earth. We are working with the bodies, which are in a three-dimensional world. And we also have this access to the creational force. And that's quite unique. And this is why we should go in the next 20 or 30 years. And that's how I see it. More and more, and move further in that direction by creating and expanding that community and getting more into contact with colleagues over borders, over mentalities, and over variations of the method. We have to move further as a community. And I hope this motivates you to get more in contact with other biodynamic people, with other craniosacral people. I don't do difference there. And to join associations, to join international teachings, and to stay in contact and move ahead together to transform the society. Thank you for listening.